What is going on, everyone? It's the one and only Brotherhood Healing, and today I want to talk about the importance of meeting yourself where you are in the present moment. And the best way I want to get into this video is by giving a quick story time. So the reason even being, first off, the whole reason why I'm making this video is I've been reading this profound book called Living in the Light of Death by Larry Rosenberg. And in this book, it essentially talks about three things that are unavoidable, which is death, illness, and aging. But all of those things tie together into one, which is impermanence, and that nothing in our life is permanent. So back to the story time. So I think it was back in, I would say like 2021. Yeah, 2020, 2021, between that time frame, I remember I was on my way to work and well, actually, let's start it before I was even on my way to work. I woke up and it was like a really, really cold day. And something just like, it was like something was telling me just don't go to work today. And for the life of me, I just was like, most times I would listen to the voice, but this time I was just like, nah, I'm gonna go to work. You know what I mean? I mean, they're paying me to do something, so I'm gonna go and do it. So finally get the courage, get up out of the bed, do my morning routine, head out the door, head to work. And as I'm on my way to work, I look at the time and I see like it's super, super early. Like for the first time in a long time, I was actually getting to work early. And I wasn't cutting it close. I was getting to work early. And I was on a good track. And I remember I was on the straight stretch to my job. And as I was on that road, I remember there was like this real sharp like curve in the road. And as I was driving, I didn't notice till it was too late, but there was like this real slick puddle of water that just froze over because I believe the temperature was like 17 degrees. It was either 17 or 21 degrees. And so it was like super, super cold. So like I said, whatever water was on the road, it sort of froze over. And when I drove over it, my wheels had ended up hydrolocking. And so my car had sort of swerved. I swerved all the way into the other side of the lane. And then my car just sort of fast, like zoomed right into the woods. And my car flipped. It all happened so fast. I couldn't even process what the hell happened. Like, only thing I could scream, I remember I screamed out loud. I was just like, fuck. And another thing too, I remember there was like a Kanye song playing, which that sort of played into some trauma. But anyways, besides the point, I'm in an accident. And luckily, I'm okay. Nothing too crazy. Like, I remember the car was still flipped over. Passenger side was on the ground. Think there was like some water there because I remember like my face and such was like super wet. And like I said, the passenger side of the car was up, sitting up. So I was trying to figure out how to get out the car. Like I said, everything happened so quick in the moment. It happened so quick, I didn't even notice that the back of the back windshield of the car was broken out, and I probably could have climbed out that way. But just with with my mind being in such a panic mode, I just climbed out of the window. So I used all the strength I could. I hit the glass out the window. I climb up. I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, I should tell somebody what happened. And so I'm looking either way, and I'm just like, well, fuck. And in my mind, I was like, okay, I think I was maybe like 10 minutes away from work. So I think if I can jog and such, I could probably have a chance of getting there in a good time. And so as I was getting ready to jog, I luckily ran into somebody that was on my team, and they flagged me down. They was like, Ruben. He was like, Ruben. And I was like, LB, that's you. He was like, Ruben, what the hell happened to your car? He said, that's your car back there. And I was like, yeah, man. He was like, is you all right? And I was like, I think so, but I didn't notice. My arm was bleeding pretty bad. And I was like, oh, shit. But luckily, like I said, the dude, shout out to LB. If you seeing this, you would go, man. So like I said, him being the dude he was helping me out. He got me a phone. He was sort of directing traffic and everything. Well, he already called 911 for me. So I just called my mom, told my mom what happened, told them the hospital I would be in. So then, like I said, I get rushed to the hospital. They get my information. But the most important part I was getting ready to skip over. So, like I said, I called my mom. Ambulance and such shows up, which looking back on it, I probably shouldn't have called, because when I got that bill, oh my God, it was like $1,000. But anyways, besides the point. Like I said, I did have, like I said, a lot of glass and such in my arm, and it was like a bunch of different abrasions. So the people in the ambulance, they were just like, yeah, we should get you to the doctor right away. So I was like, okay, cool. So they took me in the ambulance, and I remember as I was in the ambulance, just from the crash alone, my heart rate was still pretty accelerated. And the doctor, he was just like, yeah, you do have a high heart rate. And so, like, they were just taking monitors of it. And then I remember as I was sitting in the truck, I was just like, that's not good. And then I remember I closed my eyes, and I just and they were pretty much just telling me to see if they can get something to calm my heart rate down. And so as they were trying to do that, I closed my eyes, and I guess the only way that I could explain it is that I just felt myself in the present moment. Like, I had to tell myself, like, I'm okay, nothing's wrong, I'm not dead, I'm good. And so I took a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And the emergency guy who was there, he checked my pulse and everything again. And he was just like, wow, your heart rate dropped a lot. And I was just like, I know. I know. And so, like I said, in that moment, that's when I realized, like, we have to accept the present reality of whatever it is we're in. And then it makes our pain go away pretty quickly. Because, see, there's in the book that I'm reading, they're always talking about two arrows. There's two arrows. You have one arrow that you are going to feel no matter what. It's unavoidable. The second one is more so an arrow that is aimed at the mind, and that you essentially cause the suffering of the second arrow. Or your mind dictates the severity of the second arrow because it does not accept the current reality. And this is why I want to say it is vital to meet yourself where you're at. So that way, any pain that does come up in your life, any inconvenience that comes up in your life, you're able to not just avoid it, but embrace it. And I feel as though a lot of people that I see in my life, they they have the pain of the second arrow, and they're not able to embrace it. Even with me, myself included. Just like I said, over the past couple of months, I would say that I haven't been in the best shape, in the best shape as far as like my physical health. But I am now, with reading the book that I'm reading now, I am now understanding that the only reason why I haven't been keeping up well with my health is because I have tied my health to a past image of myself. And in this book, it talks about how change is not constant, it's chaotic, and it's never linear. So you have to accept your body when it changes. The problem is people don't know how to accept their body when it changes. And they always revert back to a past image. And this is sort of like something with age regression. Because see, some people, they get tied to how they used to be, or they believe that they have peaked at a certain age. And so therefore they try to do the same things that they did when they were younger, or they try to do more of the same thing that they did when they were younger, not having the awareness that their body has already changed. And like I said, that's ultimately coming from not embracing your current reality. Like, for example, with me, just accepting the fact that my physical health is not in the best shape that I want it to be. And that's okay, because this is not my final form. And health is nothing more than a lifestyle. And I brought myself back to that. And I realized, like, you don't reach a stage in your life where you're just healed. It comes in waves. You'll have your times when you heal from one thing and then you suffer from another. Then you heal from that suffering, then you suffer from another thing, and then you heal from that. And it, like I said, it's just a constant wave. And you have to have something that can bring you back to a really, really good moment of introspection and have you realize, like, yes, you're not okay in this present moment, but this present moment is not your final form. It is not your final form. Death is the final form. And if you are not dead yet, then you still have time to bring in whatever final form it is that you want to bring. And like I said, I feel as though that sums up the video. I just wanted to relay this quick message because it's something that I needed to hear. And if I needed to hear it, I'm pretty sure any one of my 283 active followers would love to hear that as well. Like I said, embrace your current reality. If you're upset, embrace the fact that you're upset and that happiness is a journey. And you are always in a state of happiness, no matter the situation. Don't use it as a form of bypassing. Like I said, it's kind of hard for me to explain. Not really, but in the mere fact it is. Because like I said, it's something that I understand. You have to understand, like I said, that yes, I am hurting. I am upset. I am depressed. I'm anxious. But this is not my final form. As long as I still have breath in my body, I still have a chance at making whatever reality I want in opposition of this to come to fruition. And that's it. That's all you really need. Like I said, if you found this video any type of encouraging or motivating, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, just leave a comment below and let me know if this caught you at a good time, because I know that I needed it. So, like I said, I believe that we are all here to connect a piece of the puzzle. And if I was a contributing piece of someone else's puzzle, I've done my purpose in life. So yes, like I said, just remember that no matter the suffering that you're going through, understand that as long as you are not dead, you still have the strength needed to bring in that change. And realize that the change has already happened, and live in that reality. And don't be so caught up with using or needing tools and things that are not necessary. Like, don't go out buying tools that'll guarantee happiness or tools that'll guarantee you to no longer be depressed. Live in the current reality of it, and then use what you have at the current moment. Don't buy 1,000 other supplies when you already have a plethora of supplies at hand. Like I said, still talking to myself. And yes, like I said, just use what you have now. Use your creative mind to use what you have now, and build yourself the reality that you are looking to achieve. And like I said, this sums up the video. If you like what I've been saying, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.